live. We're live, I think. So I think you would have to share your screen. Your screen shows like, I think we can answer the questions we weren't able to answer first, then we can start.
Sure.
Then we can start. Then we can start the process. Talk. In my brain script. Okay. I'm trying to quickly create a tweet, go on Twitter, tweet before, while we're going live, and I'm trying to send everyone an email so people can come on the live. So the main two questions I have here, I think we were able to answer one yesterday. Okay. The first one is from a guy named Kelechi, aka Kel. And it says, I'm interested in motion design, especially VFX and explainer videos. I find myself in sort of a limbo, in sort of a design limbo. Okay. I'm not sure how to go about my skill growth rather. Is there some advice, or is it possible to get into a mentorship program?
What was a specific the question? It's he wants to decide between.
Yeah, it's like trying to, is in a very confused state. Let me put it that way, because he's finding himself in a sort of design limbo where he's not sure about his skill growth according to him. So he's asking for advice, or whether to get whether there's like any mentorship.
How he can grow his skill set. Maybe that's it.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I believe nowadays we have a bunch of like tutorials and classes on YouTube. That's the cheapest version of how to improve your work. We have like a bunch of different information in the internet nowadays. In terms of mentorship, I would say you can either work as internship in a company like a studio, where you can offer to work for a very low rate, or you can work for knowledge. I did that in the past. That's the best way to learn if you're there to learn. Or if you condition plays out in your favor, like if you can spend some money, there are some like for example, McGrath Mentor is a very nice online based school where you have mentorship from great people and they can give you like feedback. So there's plenty of options. Depends on
your case.
Yeah, in which case, yes. But you can improve your skill set by just using the internet for sure.
Yeah, I think MoGraph Mentor is really, really good. I started their motion design 101 course. It's a free course. Link it in the bio. Sorry, in the description of this video, and it has been amazing. Like it has been amazing. They went from like the beginning of visual communication, like our motion design and everything we're doing comes from visual communication. And if you think about motion design that way, it kind of like changes the way you make work. You're like understanding that this video I'm making is not just to make this thing look beautiful, is to say something, is to tell a story. And they just have like that. That course was just really amazing. I'm going to link
yeah,
it.
there's some options in there, you know, like, so you can use it.
Yes. And the next question, I think you already answered this question, but we can go over it again. It came from Kenza, and it was the last question yesterday. And she was like, would you ever consider teaching teaching a collage animation or mixed media course with School of Motion, for instance? Okay, she was using School of Motion as an example.
Yeah, no, yeah, of course, I would love to, you know, I just don't have time to create like the steps to make a course, you know, but if I have someone to help me out, like to spread out the ideas and how can we do this, I would love to, you know, this is something that I think it's very appealing, and I would love to share what I know with people. That'd be amazing.
Honestly, I would really love that. And I would love to sit down and learn with you and learn from you, basically. Now, the next question is coming from me, but it's kind of like, it's going to transition us to the next step, which is looking at your work, is your process. For me, when I work, my process is kind of distorted and horrible. Let me share my screen. My last project was just a mess. It took us 3 months to work on this project, and I was handling art direction. But I wasn't able to come up with an idea because my process is distorted. Because like I would spend months.
Okay, I can see it.
I'm bringing it up now. This is our website. I'm going to open the case study now. Medium.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just loading. This is. So I wanted to know, how do you get over a creative block when you're working, and how do you come up with a very strong concept? For me, like my process is just really distorted. I was reading online that there was a quote from you that said, don't use your first idea, use your 10th idea. Your first idea can be anybody's idea. I was hoping you could expand on that. Because
of course,
I always use my first idea, and usually when I get an idea, I just put so much effort, so much resources into that one idea, and in between the process, everything just goes out for some reason.
Yes.
And I'm working on the project, and I'm going through that, and I was trying to deliver it in 2 weeks, but because of I can't pass that creative block, I just can't finish it.
Yeah, first of all, there's no wrong way to approach an idea, you know, like there's not like a rule or anything like that. Everyone, you know, can do what think it's healthy for them to do. But in my case, for example, I like to explore. First of all, you have to understand what the client wants and the client needs. And of course, if you're doing a project for yourself, like a personal project, you have to ask yourself, what do I want to communicate with this project? What do I want to say? And what kind of people I want to achieve with this, you know? And usually my main resource of inspiration is Pinterest. I use Pinterest a lot, but I tend to look for like the most weird stuff. I tend to because what I like about Pinterest is when you open the website, like the Pinterest website, it gives you like this huge board with different kind of images, you know, and I tend to dive into those images, you know, because if you select one that you like the most, Pinterest automatically gonna select something similar, you know, and you are creating like this some sort of tree, you know, so you're seeing a bunch of references. So I tend to gathering together some references in one specific direction, and I get there some other references in a different direction, completely different direction. And I ask
Yes.
myself, what can I extract in a positive way from this both completely different directions, And I
Yeah.
try to extract what is the most appealing for me and what I think it's going to be the most helpful asset for the client, and I try to combine these both worlds and create something new out of that, you know. So
Yes.
that is my main approach, and I tend to do like this exercise, I would say not 10 times, but 10 times it was like a matter of expression, but I try to do at least 2 times, 2 to 3 times, you know, until, and maybe out of this 3 times I can get the solutions from the past other two and can combine even more and try to create something, you know. So,
Yes.
and when I have these blocks, I step away from the computer, I just try to, I don't know, maybe I have to clean up my mind first, you know. I watch like a silly YouTube video just to laugh myself out, or just go out and play with my
Yes.
kids, just I procreate a little bit into I clean up my mind, and then I get back
Mm.
fresh with a different perspective on what I wanted to extract from that idea.
Do you like study other videos, or you just find things related to that problem you're trying to solve? Like, for example, when I work, I don't know if this is, or when I started working, I don't know if this is a wrong thing to do, but I've seen many
Mhm.
places online that says it's the wrong thing to do when you're working. I kind of like look for other videos that have solved that problem before, or has told
Mhm.
that same story in one way or the other. But the thing is that is like that is just like telling me, okay, this is how these people solve this problem. It's like giving me the answers without me
Mhm.
doing the thinking, and then I'm clouded with their own idea. Do you ever like get into that loop?
This is a way to do, but I avoid doing that. I don't usually watch Vimeo videos looking for references. I watch Vimeo because I want to watch things that are good, and not
Mm,
that I want to feel inspired by those videos, or because I'm looking for an answer, because this could be a trap too, if you want to do something different, and if you're looking on Vimeo for things that already have been done, it's a thin line, you can get attached to that specific video, and you might want to, maybe unconsciously, want to replicate that video because there was a formula there that you were looking for,
yes.
and you're just mimicking some other project by just watching, something that already solved that problem, so I tend not to watch videos when I'm looking for inspiration. Of course, I see motionographer, I see Vimeo, but
Not for work, just for the
not
pleasure.
for work. I watch because I love seeing what people are doing out there, but when I'm researching for a project, video, it's not a thing that I'm looking for sure.
You're looking for virtually images and
Images, and it doesn't have to be like super designy images. I look for architecture, because out of architecture you can come up with different shapes. I
oh
look
yeah,
for fashion, because in fashion it's like clothing design. You can come up like, all those models can be weird sometimes, and you can come up with a great character out of that.
yes.
So I look for different things. I don't stick with the animation world at all. Of course, I look for the design part, like colors and things that it's nice, but I tend not to look like within like the design or the motion graphics industry are doing.
That makes a lot of sense. I
Yeah.
think I'm trying to work on my process. Is one thing I really struggle with, and almost really insecure about. But like I'm learning a lot. I've been studying. I've been trying my best to reduce the pressure to just check for or look at other people's work. It's just one thing I struggle with. Like when I'm working, you don't have to. I need to tell myself you don't have to look at this person's work. You don't have to look at. I think the person I look at the most is man versus machine, and
Oh,
just
that's
look at
cool.
their
That's
work. And
cool.
I'm hoping like they would have a formula that would apply to my project instead of actually sitting down looking for a process or commit or like sitting down and looking for things that would help me solve that problem.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm just copying, not
Yeah,
copying, but like I'm
I think
unconsciously copying.
it's okay for you to copy if you want like to develop your skill set. You know, copying is a way to learn. You know
Yes,
how this, but I wouldn't use that for a client project for sure. You know, like when I was in the beginning, I used to get a lot of projects that I see online, and I was trying to do the same thing. I was trying to keep like the same rhythm, like the same animation flow, and
yes.
this I use as a way to learn. You know,
Mhm.
so I don't see that as a problematic as long as you're doing for learning purposes.
Opposite.
Uh, yeah, but man, go for it. But you have to understand that creation is creation. You know, it's not copying. You know, you can use a project as a source of inspiration, because I don't believe there's such a thing as, oh, this idea just came into me. You know, like, no, something inspired inspired you, and you got that idea and transform it to something else, to the next level, the next level. That's what we all hope. You know, it's getting an idea, or maybe two ideas or three ideas, combining and transforming. So creation, it's transformation. So you have to allow yourself to make mistakes, allow yourself to do maybe something that is not okay. I tried, but it's not beautiful. But during the process, I've learned something new. You know, that I should avoid combining those two things. You know, so yeah, I think transformation, it's a good word to put in here.
Yes. Have you read the book Still Like an Artist by Austin Kleon?
Yeah, I've heard of, yes, I have one of his books. I forgot the name. I
Show
think
your work.
Show Your Work. Yeah, it's right here actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, like
Yeah, so
the
I have this book.
the Still Like an
Yeah.
Artist kind of goes over the same concept of
Uh-huh.
you're not copying, you're like being inspired and influenced. And it
Yeah.
goes over the concept that everything in this world was influenced by something. I mean, I am the product of my parents. I am obviously influenced by them. I'm
Mm-hmm.
influenced by the people around me. So
Of
like instead of you
course.
thinking about it as copying, just think of it as just reusing the idea and transforming it, like you just said.
Yeah, and that's it, man. Geniality, it's something like, for example, Salvador Dali. He's a genius, but not because he come up with something like that was never seen by the world. You know, he's a genius because he saw something
Mm,
that inspired him, and he took it to a next level. You know, he saw the potential of that idea, he transformed it, and he brought it to a next level. That's why he's a genius. Things don't come out of nowhere. You know,
mhm.
inspiration comes from something. You know, it could be. It doesn't have to be a work. It doesn't have to be a. You can be inspired by just seeing the nature. You know, but just
That's
like looking at some rocks, you know, shells on at the beach, you know, or whatever.
yes. That,
Everything
that
could
makes
be an inspiration.
that makes a lot of sense. I'm just going to try my best to be more inspired by other
Mm-hmm.
things than just other
Mm-hmm.
people's work when I'm working, and I'm going to try new approaches to working.
Yeah, try to look at different things, you know, like shapes, try to approach different shapes, textures. You don't have to stick with like, you know, that metal kind of shining kind of thing, which
Yeah.
like Man versus Machine, they do a lot of, it's brilliant what they do, you know. But I feel like you can try, if you have the opportunity to try different things, allow yourself to do it, you know, and pursue it. Try different
Yeah,
things.
that's why I started doing frame by frame, because
Mm-hmm.
it opened my mind to a lot of things that just doing random 3D renders didn't open my mind to, and it
Mm-hmm.
really improved my animation, because I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
about animation differently when I started, before I started frame by frame, and when I started frame by frame, and it just made me better basically.
Yeah.
And I'm trying my best to get new experiences and just get inspired by new things.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
let's
cool.
go to the next phase, which is looking at your work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, would you like to share your screen and maybe show us any of your favorite work?
I don't know. I don't know. Do you want to pick one work and I can tell you about? I think it's
Yes.
better because it kind of, yeah, it's hard for me to pick one. It's just like to
Okay, let
pick,
me quickly pick
ask
one.
you
I
to
had
pick
one in
like
mind
for.
yes. I had one in mind yesterday, but now today's a new day. I would love us to look at the scenes, but there is already a video where you went through the scenes really, really well. So let
Mm-hmm.
me go on your website,
Okay.
blinkmybrain.tv or .wtf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I preferred your old website layout. No, I can't find where your work is. I can
It's in
only find the
gallery.
real. Okay,
If you
I'm in
scroll,
gallery.
yeah, if you scroll down, it's in
Let
gallery.
me share my screen. This is what I'm seeing. Oh, it's not. It doesn't look that yet. Oh yeah, I understand now.
Mm-hmm.
I would love us to look at this one, but there is already a video where you looked at it. Now let's look for something interesting. Yeah, this MTV one. I've
Okay,
always loved MTV's animations,
that's cool.
and I'm currently doing brand identity for Rush the Goat, and I want it to feel like MTV. I'm not
Oh,
copying
that's
their work,
nice.
I'm just inspired by the way
Okay,
they
of course. It's more like a young poppy kind of thing. It's fun
yeah,
too, of
and
course.
the way they are telling stories with one concept. I think we can look at the MTV Moonman reboot project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this project was super interesting. MTV approached me because they wanted to rebrand their iconic Moonman opening,
Yes.
so they can use on the online platform. And they just gave me like this free idea that we should use the iconic astronaut, you know, moon. And I didn't have like to obey anything. Like the only thing is that I should finish the frame with the flag, the MTV flag, and that was the logo they provide for that. I would love to use some art gradients in the logo, but that was the logo they want to go with. So yeah,
Yes.
we went with that. And yeah, basically it's just like a trippy, uh, you
I
know,
love the look development.
yeah. So I use a lot of gradients
Yes.
to give like the deeper side and to make it pop. And yeah, it's
Do you,
fun.
do you have like the process files, like the behind the scene? Okay, I think this is it. Yeah,
Yeah, I have just one animatic in there and some of the frames
the style
with
frame.
the, yeah, some of the style frames. Yeah,
Oh,
that was the first version when it's trying to like, again, you have to explore, you have to allow yourself to do mistakes. Like, this is pretty ugly, but it's a mistake, it's a process,
I think
you
I
know.
never let myself make mistakes.
No,
And
yeah, you have to,
that is that is
it's
my
impossible.
problem.
You have to try it out things, and see if things work or not. It's not like it's impossible just to come up with something perfect out of your mind and okay, it's there. Oh, it's a process. You need to go through phases, adjusting, see if that's the right color. Yeah, see, one of, like, a lot of the flags that we didn't use ended
Yeah,
up not going to the final version. So you have to do some tryouts and see if it's going to work or not.
true. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm working on a project right now, and the fact that I'm not letting myself, I'm a perfectionist
Mm-hmm.
in every meaning of that word. Like, I try my best to get everything perfect as much as possible. And when I don't get it on the first try, I feel very, very bad. And
No, yeah.
it just happened in this project I'm working on, and I felt really, really horrible. Then I took a break from it. Then in my break, I'm realizing, okay, maybe you shouldn't have taken a break from me. Maybe you should really let yourself make
Mm-hmm.
mistakes, because I don't let myself make mistakes, even though I make mistakes, which is
There's one say in our industry, uh it's happy accidents. So
mm,
happy accidents is when you're trying something really hard and you fail, and but this fail led you to a different direction or a different kind of animation, and that was an accident. But it was a happy accident because out of those tries and failures, you found out a new direction,
mm,
and that direction is better than the previous one that you're trying to pursue. So happy accidents happens all the time in the industry.
I think
So
most of my projects have been happy accidents because this is obviously what I intended to do, but it looks good that I just use it anyway. And I assume
yeah,
that
in the
I
end, you
think
have to enjoy yourself, like enjoy the process. It's mostly about the process than the final
yeah,
result, because you learn so much from each of process. It's gonna be fun, like
I
so.
think I think that was the case for this project. It wasn't
Hmm.
coming out as I wanted. I was thinking of this kind of commercial Man versus Machine did for
Hmm.
Apple, where the MacBook Air commercial,
Yeah. Hmm.
where like the cloud was just coming around the cloud, then it transitioned into the cool wallpaper, then it transitioned into the laptop. It was just mind
Hmm.
blowing, and I wanted to try that for this product, but I couldn't figure out how. Then I spent a whole month thinking about the concept, and I couldn't get that concept out of my mind.
Hmm.
But I eventually went with this idea where it's like a man. It's like a man. The man is perfect, but the whole idea of the project is you're trying to tell a story. You're trying to reach to an audience that they are perfect, even if they're like they should just accept the way they are. Like perfectionism comes from imperfection.
Hmm.
Did you get? So we're trying to like I was trying to like communicate. How can I communicate the fact that perfectionism is just but you being imperfect? Like I'm trying to like man is art. That was the old theme of the entire project, and the idea was to just show like a model. Then the model has like a very fine, beautiful or weird odd surface. Then it peels off to like show this gold exposed surface. I'm looking for this is like the storyboard I drew, and these are some Pinterest images.
Hmm.
Let me show you the video so you can just check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was just the idea. It's just telling the story of how perfection comes by imperfection, and you should just accept yourself the way you are. And I was trying to tell the story in a short time, and there was so many limitations. The first one was my previous computer couldn't undo the amount of rendering that I got a few weeks ago. So I had to find a way to make that work. Then the problem with the concept was the actual problem for me, because like developing a strong concept to tell that story was just really, really big. And this is how it came out.
No, but I think it came out right. Yeah, I think it came out nice. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And also, like, I wanted to ask, how does sound come in your process?
Sound, I would say it's 50% of the project. You know, like if you don't have like a nice sound that it's fitted or suitable for your project, you might kill it. You know, so I use sound designers, people that can help me out when the budget allows me to do that. Otherwise, I try to come up with my own sounds. I created my own sounds. I either use like this little microphone here. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, or either I use free samples online just to put a little sound in there, or sometimes client just send me the sound.
For me, I've been experimenting. Sound is like my entire process. Since I started playing with sound design, my videos have been coming out better.
Yeah.
I've been learning sound design, and I've been trying to incorporate it in my process. And actually, because of my process is kind of distorted, a way I survive is by listening to sound first.
So okay. Yeah, it can keep you more in the mood.
It keeps me in the mood. Instead of me like stressing myself trying to figure out how to make the process work, I just listen to sound, and you immediately gives me a way to make the animation work, make everything come together, just because I was listening to sound and I had sound in
this is
mind.
another source of inspiration, you know, music, you know. Music. So you get inspiration from all over your sensors. It's great. Yeah.
Honestly, thank you very much. I think our time is up. Let me check my timer. Oh, we have 10 minutes more. Wow.
Okay.
10 minutes more. So I think I can have the opportunity to look at your work, or we can talk about. Of course.
I just opened the door for my dog here real quick.
Okay.
Okay, he's going in the door.
So I was looking at your page and I saw something about Final Frontier. It's kind of studied around everywhere in your, like when I checked for the scenes video, it was uploaded by Final Frontier. And I was just wondering what Final Frontier is all about.
It's my rap presentation company. I have 2 reps, Final Frontier. They work as a salesperson. They bring me work, and they are a production company, which means like they help me to produce the work. Like produce, I mean, they keep my conversations with the client closer. They take care of all the payment side. They help me to find people if I need people to work with me under my direction. And they mainly, they bring me work. They keep me busy. That's mainly it. And
so like help you find clients. Do they help you find clients, or they just
basically that's their work? Yeah.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So every time you see like a Final Frontier, it's the work. They brought it to me.
Oh, nice. That makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
So do you have to like do pitches, or they undo all that?
I have to do pitches. It's part of the game, 100%. I wish we didn't have to do it, but it's part of the industry. And sometimes we have to pitch, and we have to pitch a lot. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I watched this Vox video and I loved it. It's one of my favorite Vox.
It was great.
And it just seems like most of your, I didn't realize you made it until like. And
giant steps.
And just because I'm a jazz fan.
The what?
It's because I'm a jazz fan. And
oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, so that's the perfect project for you. Jazz and animation. I think they have like a perfect match. Yes. I love it.
At the time, it was considered improvisation.
Yeah.
It is a bit.
How did you do this part? Did you have to like study how saxophonists play the keys? Just
not really, to be honest. Like, just goof around, even though because the sound was not the final sound that we used. So it's just playing goofy there, just pretending that I was playing something. I cannot play anything, but I was just having fun, and I just try not to be accurate there. It was just having fun.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
These types of patterns are what fascinated John Coltrane in the late 1950s and 60s as he was trying to push jazz harmony.
There's not so much to ask. Like my mind is just blown every step of the way. Did you use like rubber hose to get that string animation?
What's the string animation is just a bunch of stroke path layers from stroke layers. Yeah.
Oh, like you didn't use any plugins, you just
no, just animated. Yep. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, just animated. Yeah. It was just animated.
It happens when Tommy Flanagan,
this text.
Yeah.
Just you have like a text, you break the text into shape layers or masks, and and you can animate easily. Yep.
So we go. It's very hot.
This is a reel of the actual video. I think I would link the video. Wow, you won an Emmy for this piece.
Yes.
This is crazy. I know you have 3 Emmys now, but like.
No, just have one. Just this one. Just one.
Just this one.
Just this one.
Oh wow, like it's because I saw pictures of 3 Emmys when I was.
Oh no, it's those are Pix Awards.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But like, this is crazy. How do you want to win an Emmy for animation?
Yeah. It's fun. No, they have now categories for animation. They have like for motion graphics. So Elastic, a company here, they do a lot of openings like Game of Thrones, True Detectives. They have a bunch of Emmys. So yeah, I'm glad that our industry is being recognized.
Honestly,
kind of thing. Yeah.
It's my biggest dream is for it to be recognized in this part of the world. And I'm trying my best to create that for Nigerians, because there are so many Nigerians who want to try this out, but should I try this out, I'll be broke. Or even the companies even the motion projects you're getting are not making you happy. They're just annoying projects that ask you to use templates. They don't really care about your process. Just get this done in 2 days and just submit.
Yeah, I know. I've been there. Brazil was like that, like a couple of years ago. So
I think this is where we would close. Just 4 minutes left. So the closing words, the final questions.
Sure.
What would you say to, for example, for me first, how do you think I can improve, apart from everything you've already said, how do you think I can improve my business, my team? How do you think we can grow in the industry? How do you think we can go beyond just this country and reach the world? What do you think?
I think mainly you have to keep consistency in your work. Always try to improve and try to bring something new to the table. You have to ask yourself why the client would pick me instead of the other studio. Why the client would pick me instead of the other artist. What can I bring more than the other people cannot, you know. So and of course, if you are passionate about this industry, you will seek for knowledge naturally. You won't see this as a demand from the industry, and you do that more happily, and you won't try to do, oh my god, I have to learn these or I have to learn that because I have to pull this project off and I have to make something. So no, if you love this, these will come naturally for you, and you pursue the knowledge because you love this so much. And passion sells. Try to put the best things on your portfolio, things that you want to work, and try to put out there. Send emails to client. Use LinkedIn a lot. I use LinkedIn a lot. Try to seek for people that you want to work with, email them, and yeah, make it happen.
That makes sense. I think I'm going to, for my team, we've been struggling with getting new business. And I've been trying to avoid that struggle. I've been trying to find new sources of income for us other than just getting work, so we can keep practicing till we get that work from Nike or Apple. Well,
yeah, you can do spec works. It's what we call here spec works. Spec works is you take a brand that you like or that you would love to do a project with, and do like a project, a fake project for them, you know, and send to them and show, yeah, we can do this for you, or you know, like you put it out there, you know.
Nice.
It's a great way to do. People here do that a lot too.
Do you like send it to because Nigerians do this a lot too. They will just create a new branding, post it on Twitter. They start trending on Twitter, but it's just like there's been like an argument on Twitter on the right way to do it. Do you like find someone in the company to send it to, or how do you get it to that company?
LinkedIn, man. LinkedIn. Yeah.
Awesome.
You can find everybody that you need in LinkedIn. So use LinkedIn, man. Yes.
Okay, so someone is asking a question. His name is John. He said, I have a question. I'm a graphic designer moving towards immersive tech. Motion design has always been a superpower I would love to obtain. And I was asking how you got started in motion design. Okay, John, if you watched the replay of yesterday's episode, Ariel already like went in details of how he started out in motion design. Sorry, my mom's ringing. So like if you go on the replay, you should be able to find you should be able to find the answer for the questions you are looking for. And he also asked, what's it like being a motion designer?
It's nice, you know. I have to say I'm really fortunate to be working and to provide for my family, doing something that I love, you know. Of course it's ups and downs, like we're working, it's a business. Sometimes it's hard to deal with feedback or timelines, but in the end of the day, you're doing something that you love, you know. You're putting the work into animation and design. So I like it. I like that a lot. I'm happy. I don't see myself doing anything else.
Yeah, like same here. I've been thinking, I'm currently studying business administration in the University of Lagos, and I've been thinking, I'm thinking of actually dropping out and focusing on motion design, because it's where I'm happy. Like, I love business. I can think about business in any way, but I can easily learn business in a book or something, in like 3 or 4 books, and those courses are not even updated. So it's like, it's just something I'm happy doing, and it's something I see myself doing for the longest.
Yeah.
That's my happy place right now.
So man, you have to search for your happy place, man. Happy place. That's it. You don't want to be yourself like in the 40s working for a company that you're not happy with, you know. And life is too short, you know, to waste like that. So
yeah,
strive, go for it.
Yes, honestly, thank you very much, Ariel, for this opportunity.
Of course, man.
You've been so supportive. We had so many problems yesterday.
No worries, man. I'm so happy to help.
You were honestly, I really, really appreciate the opportunity. This is where we're going to stop for today. And thank you to everyone who joined this live stream. I really appreciate you guys. I know that the viewer count is less than yesterday, but like, thank you guys who came.
It's fine.
Everyone who came today.
I appreciate every single one of you guys. And yeah, once you edit that and we put online, I'll help you to spread the word. And man, yeah, I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for the opportunity for me to talk. And yeah, it was amazing.
Thank you. Let me stop the stream now.